guys, for today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips and tricks on how to get MR at more large or small groups, and yeah, I'll be answering some questions and sharing my experiences, but without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so for the first tip, I'll be touching on the basics, which are grammar and activity. So for the first part, grammar is required. Like, good grammar is what will definitely play a factor. If you don't use grammar, then that will definitely lower your chances, although you don't have to have a super extensive vocabulary. So if you see some of your coworkers with a super long and interesting greeting, that's not required. Just as long as you have the main points in your greeting and you're kind and stuff like that, you'll be completely fine. In fact, some places even recommend that you don't get too in-depth with your vocabulary, because if you have like some super confusing greeting that clients or customers cannot understand, that's not very good. So yeah, but feel free to get fun and interesting with your greetings, and just do your thing. With activity, don't feel as though you have to constantly be in the game every single second of every single day. If you're in there for even let's say 10 minutes a day, and then maybe 20 minutes a day on the weekends or something, or if you play every other day for 15 minutes, that's also considered very active. So you don't have to stress yourself out. That's also very important, because if you work super long hours every single day, there's a high chance that you will slowly lose your interest and you'll get exhausted from the game, and you don't want that happening. So yeah, feel free to spread out your activity and whatnot, but I mean, some people really do enjoy working hours and hours, which is great, but just know that you don't have to. But yeah, be involved with the community. This doesn't mean that you have to always be super active at the cafe, dentist, whatever you work at. Although I recommend going to events and stuff to be, really connected to the community, because that way you'll more than likely find friends, which will motivate you even more to continue working there if you know people. So I strongly recommend that. For my fourth tip, it's not really a tip, it's more requirements. So every job group on Roblox does require you to be in the Discord server. It's just for easy communication and sessions and everything like that. So you don't have to be in the game to speak to one another. And for that, you do have to be 13 or older, unfortunately. But not every place requires you to not have safe chat. If you don't know what safe chat is, it's basically when numbers, other things tag out for you, because your account is registered as under 13 years old. So yeah. Now, places like TDs do let you have safe chat, but then there are other places like Tsunami Sushi, Verde, Venti who do not allow you. So most places do not allow you to have safe chat as an MR, but there are a few here and there who do allow you. But yes, unfortunately you do have to be 13 or older to have Discord. And lastly, I'll be going over a few misconceptions. Firstly, when I first got my MR position at TD's Dentist in February of 2020, it was crazy because you really do see a completely different point of view. I really didn't notice how much you are noticed. So if you're an LR at a group and you're feeling unmotivated because you don't feel like you're noticed, that is not true at all. You are actually very noticed. Everyone is noticed if you're active, but promotions are a process, so it's not just you're seen working hard and you instantly get MR. It's a full-on process. So yeah, for the most part, sometimes it's quick. Let's say they see you working hard and then they'll recommend you or whatnot, and you'll likely get promoted within the next week or so. But sometimes it takes a little longer than that. It definitely depends on the group, but please do not give up, because if you really want that position, I promise you'll get it. You just have to be a little bit more patient. It is definitely hard sometimes because you kind of feel like you're working for nothing, but you are not. You are working for something. You're working for that position. So yeah. Alright guys, so I will now be providing a little side segment for applications. So if you plan on applying, I strongly recommend providing at least one, if not multiple paragraphs for each question. This is because the reader needs to learn as much about you in that application as possible. So it's very important to provide as much detail, and it also shows your dedication when you put in a lot of detail, and it shows your effort and whatnot, and it also helps you have a better chance of passing because there are usually hundreds if not thousands of other people also applying. And lastly, this is just a random little tip to throw out there. Also, just feel free to have fun and like be creative and whatnot. You don't want to be just completely professional 24/7. You want to have like a professional mindset, but it's also completely okay to have fun and whatnot because obviously you worked hard for this position. And so once you get there, just be nice, have fun, be understanding, and just, do your thing. Alright, so that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and maybe learned a bit, and I hope that you guys get whatever position you're seeking. Feel free to ask any more questions down below, and I also have a very, very special video coming soon. It's completely different than anything I've done before, so I really hope you guys enjoy though, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!